Have you ever wondered how your brain can produce such smooth and accurate movements in such a wide variety of settings? Well, all over the body there's a network of nervous tissue called the peripheral nervous system, which contains millions of structures that act as receptors of sensory information. The peripheral nervous system is in constant communication with the central nervous system, which consists of the brain and the spinal cord. Now, through a process known as sensory-motor integration, the brain processes all this sensory information to create a schematic representation of the body and the environment surrounding it, and it uses this to produce an appropriate motor plan and command. Now you might be thinking, what if the movement doesn't go according to plan, or how do we make sure it does? Well, this is where the cerebellum comes in. The cerebellum, which is Latin for little brain, is the part of the brain in charge of coordination of movements. It does this by comparing motor plans to the actual movements being done and modifying them in real time. One of the many movements that the cerebellum modifies is the vestibulo-ocular reflex, also known as the VOR. This reflex functions to keep the eyes looking at the same place while the neck rotates. As an example, take a look at the target in front of you. Now rotate your head while staring at the target. You'll notice that your VOR allows you to maintain the image of the target on your retina by moving your eyes in the opposite direction of your head at the same speed that the head is rotating. And when this response is no longer compensatory, the cerebellum modifies it so that the eyes move faster or slower. This is called VOR gain adaptation, and it's a direct measurement of cerebellar processing. And we can experimentally elicit VOR gain adaptation by using a moving target that incrementally moves faster. But what if the initial sensory information at the beginning of this chain is altered? How would that affect cerebellar processing? That's a question that we've been trying to answer. And our research is focused on a subclinical neck pain population, which is defined as recurrent neck pain that is mild to moderate in intensity and has not been treated before. Previous research has shown that subclinical neck pain leads to altered sensory input into the central nervous system. Now, my study aims to develop a protocol that can measure and elicit the VOR gain adaptation without causing neck pain, with the larger goal of then comparing how subclinical neck pain participants adapt compared to healthy controls. To our knowledge, this would be the first study to be able to identify differences in the VOR gain adaptation compared to healthy controls, and the results would give us insight into how subclinical neck pain affects cerebellar processing. Thanks for listening.